everybody. Welcome to the ExCEL program summer concert. Our students are very excited to share their talents with you. Woo! Bienvenidos al concierto de verano del programa ExCEL. Nuestros estudiantes están muy emocionados de compartir sus talentos con usted. As always, in an effort to support all the grade levels during their performance, all students are expected to remain until the entire concert has concluded. If you have any questions about this, you can see Mrs. Wilkes. Como siempre, para apoyar a todos los estudiantes deben quedarse hasta que haya concluido todo el concierto. Si tiene alguna pregunta, consulte a la señora Wilkes. And I hear you laughing at my Spanish, Mr. Ruesga. And now I'm proud to introduce to you, just for that, you're gonna have to come out and do it next time, the 6th grade orchestra under the direction of Mr. Bill Gauss.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our spring concert. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of my colleagues, Ms. Wilkes. This program couldn't go on tonight without their amazing help. So thank you to all of them. I'm probably going to say that again at the end of the night, but as you can imagine, it takes a village. It really does. These kids have done amazing work all year long, and we're here tonight to show you what our culmination of all that work is. The first piece that we're going to perform for you is called Popcorn Prelude. Some of you who have 7th and 8th grade students, you'll remember this piece, but the reason why we're doing it is we show you the sections of the orchestra with this piece. So during it, you're going to see first violin stand-ups, second violins, violas, and cello, because we have the lone cello, Abdil, here, and he's doing a great job. I'm proud of you, buddy. So without any further ado, this is Popcorn Prelude. For our next number, we're going to play a song called the Wellerman song. This has hit the internet by storm. It's a viral song that probably many of you will recognize from videos that you've seen on Instagram, TikTok, and elsewhere. We also are going to play another number after this, but it's a bit of a surprise. Some of you might have had the surprise a little spoiled because your children are practicing this at home like they should. But we hope you enjoy Wellerman's song and another special number that I'm thinking everybody should recognize. And for those of you that didn't know that song, that's a song called Payaso del Rodeo, and the kids have loved learning that song. Parents, maybe show of hands, although I can barely see it. How many times have you heard that song? Plenty of times. Well, we hope you enjoyed it. Our final selection is called Pepperoni Pizza Rock. All year long, we've been doing different rhythms, and you'll notice this rhythm goes right along with the words pepperoni pizza. And we've been working this one like crazy. Of course, all of these numbers have parts in them, so they've done amazing work this year. We hope you enjoy. So for our next number, it's called El Toro. We're going to feature two soloists, Crystal and Mauricio. And we hope you enjoy. Before we play our last number, I want to just share a little story with you. We got back from our December break, somewhere right around day after New Year's, I think it was. And that week, I had happened to be in hall duty, of all places, and I struck up a conversation with one of my colleagues, Miss Dina Osmer. She's the one that was out here graciously announcing in between the grades. And I mentioned to her that after COVID, we lost quite a few instruments. They just never came back to ExCEL. So the kids, some of them took them home, and they just stayed there. And with the 2 years that we were out of school, they just got lost. And I mentioned that to her, and she goes, "Oh, well, why don't we just try to get a grant?" And I thought, "Oh, sure." And she offered to do the paperwork and all of the things that go along with it. And I just thought that was wonderful that she had offered, but in all sincerity, I really didn't expect much. Well, last week, we got word on Friday that Dina Osmer was she did all the paperwork. We got $10,000 grant for new instruments at ExCEL. Yes, and wherever Ms. Osmer is, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. The kids, the colleagues, we're so indebted to Ms. Osmer. So thank you very much, Ms. Osmer, wherever you are. And with that, we're going to finish our performance with a piece called Joust. This is the last time that these 8th graders will be on stage together as ExCEL students anyway, and I am so very proud of every single one of them, and I can't thank you parents enough for pushing your children to do so well as students at ExCEL, not just in the music program, but also academically all the way through all their classes. You should be very proud of them. We're very proud of them. So another round of applause for the 8th graders. If you didn't notice the little bit of the funny start there to Entrada, that was my fault. I pushed the wrong button when we were getting started. But it won't happen again, because the next 2 tracks, we're not going to play with the tracks. This is just us performing these next 2 pieces. Fantasy on a Japanese folk song, and our last one, which we hope you enjoy, Fire in the Bow.